What did I hear? I know. I heard Obama talk about his battle plan. Got a couple of questions. Have we ever had a president plan a battle around a time frame? Yeah, what this chosen one is asking Congress to give him is the authority to wage war for 3 years. When you consider that the United States has the most powerful military in the world, what's with the 3 years? If we had a real commander-in-chief that had a clue as to what he was doing, versus listening to his National Defense Secretary, Susan Rice, well, they could probably mop that place up in 3 to 6 months, not 3 years. Now also, not putting boots on the ground, what's that going to do? Well, what he wants is he wants to be able to arm and equip the rebels openly. He's been doing it subversively for who knows how long. But now he wants Congress to agree to allow him to continue doing so. None of it makes any sense. And his real objective is to go after Bashar al-Assad. And now the problem with him wanting to do that is that Vladimir Putin supports Bashar al-Assad. So is the chosen one trying to take us one step closer to World War III? We have someone that we know is totally clueless. We have someone that has proven his ineptness for ever. Literally forever. So you have to ask yourself a question. Why would Congress authorize him to do anything? What Congress needs to do is to do what they're doing about Benghazi. They need to form a special committee. The special committee needs to investigate Obama's birth certificate. That's what has to happen. Sheriff Joe and his lead investigator, Mike Zulu, have spent, 4.5, 5 years. They've amassed a mountain of evidence. Congress needs to establish a special committee. If you agree, contact your congressional representative and demand that Speaker John Boehner, I know his name is Boehner, I like calling him Boehner, that Speaker John Boehner agreed to establish a special committee. There are a lot of people that could head that special committee up. We know that Trey Gowdy is very busy with Benghazi, but there's a lot of other reputable members of Congress that could be tapped to head up the investigation. The good news is, once again, most of the work's already been done. All that has to happen is a congressional focus. How is it that Obama is allowed to continue playing president and nobody questions his eligibility? Personally, I'd like to see his records when he went to Harvard. Personally, I'd like to understand how he could become head of the Law Society without ever having written a paper. Personally, I think we'd find that he never even graduated from Harvard. $20 million donation to Harvard by King Abdullah from Saudi Arabia. when Obama was supposedly a student. Obama was allowed to attend Harvard as a foreign exchange student. That's why the records have been sealed. Obama was not born in Hawaii. His papa is not who he says his papa is. His papa, or the sperm donor, he never really had a papa, is Frank Marshall Davis Jr. Now the good news is Frank Marshall Davis, although he's been dead quite a while, we know where he's buried. There's DNA there. We don't even have to go exhume the body because Frankie had 4 daughters, I believe, and 1 other son. He was busy in the sack, wasn't he? Anyway, so there's DNA that can tie the chosen one into Frank Marshall Davis. That's the focus that should be applied by a special committee to investigate and to prove that Obama was never eligible to be in the Oval Office. That's what I think. So what do you think?